Oh, hi, I'm Dale with Newton's Closet. And the aftermath of Hurricane Zeta has been tremendous here in the state of Alabama. One of the big things is power lines like these that run behind my house. A lot of these power lines got taken down in a lot of situations that were very, very difficult for the people in Alabama. In fact, here at my house, I was without power for a total of 68 hours. Now, for some, 68 hours is nothing because they're out for weeks. But for me, that's the longest I've ever had here at the house. And one of the biggest things that we have is the idea is that we have things that we have to preserve, like the freezer and the refrigerators. One of the things that happens when you have refrigerators and freezers is, of course, you've got all that investment in the food that is contained within them. And fortunately, I was able to find in my basement this wonderful device, a Champion Global Power Equipment Generator. One of the interesting things about generators is a lot of them work on gasoline. This one has the ability to work on gasoline. And so you pour your gasoline here into the top, and then you flip your switch, pull the handle, and you're good to go. But this one's really kind of unique because this one also works on propane. You'll see down here, I've got a standard propane tank, and you open it up, and then it goes here, and then there's a switch that allows you to turn it on. Now, if I wanted to be on gasoline, I would just use this switch, but on propane, I use this one. And all you have to do is flip it on like this, and then you start it just like a regular lawnmower. You just reach this handle right here and give it a pull. It's awful noisy, but when it's going to be used for electricity, most generators are just going to be, in some ways, a little bit loud. But this one's only 68 decibels, so it's not really bad. And what's nice about it is it has multiple plugs. So you can use regular extension cords for these things. They have a locking lug here, and they have one for the RV. So there's several different mechanisms. One of the great pieces about it, it comes with its own circuit breaker. So if you pull too much current on this particular model, it has a 20 amp circuit breaker, and you just press the button to reset it. Now, the way circuit breakers work is it has a certain number of watts, right? This has a certain number of watts in it. 4,375 is what the starting is. It runs about 4,000 on gasoline, 3,150 on propane. And the number of watts is the voltage times the current, 120 volts times the current. So if you had something like a microwave oven, 1,200 watts pulling 10 amps. This has a capability of 20 amps, so you couldn't put two of those on the same circuit. So you could put a microwave on there and then put something else on there. And so it becomes a very, very valuable tool. It takes the energy from a propane tank or from the gasoline and converts it using that engine into mechanical energy, which then turns the generator, which is sitting right here, and that generator is able to produce the electricity to keep things going even when you're out of power from a hurricane. I'm Dale from Newton's Closet. I hope this has been helpful.